What is telekinesis? People are often sometimes unsure what telekinesis is. So I'm going to share with you how I first actually discovered that at times I have been and could be telekinetic. It started back in 1997 for me, and 1997 was a massive year psychically with my abilities, and I didn't read about telekinesis. I accidentally stumbled upon being telekinetic. So a couple times what happened was, at the apartment I was living in, if I was in, let's say, a pissed off or angry mood, and you don't have to be pissed off or angry to be telekinetic. I walked by a stack of books that I had, as bookends together. And I looked at the books and I wasn't, as I said, in the greatest mood, but I'll share with you a positive example regarding telekinesis. I walked by the books and then they fell. And that's at times when I know, for me, not always telekinetically, I have to check my energy. I'll give you a positive example. When I was intentionally telekinetic, and from what I remember, I think it's the only time I was intentionally telekinetic. I was teaching high school many decades ago. And we had these long tables in the classroom, slender, long. And I gave a demonstration to the students of telekinesis. And what I did, I'm showing you the brain here. I lined up my brain with my index finger. I aligned a receptacle, sent boop, 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 down the shoulders into the arms. And I took my two index fingers and I held them at the edge of one of the long tables, and I aligned my mind, because telekinesis starts in the mind and it's a receptor you send throughout your body to make objects move. And I concentrated, and I can't always do this. I concentrated and I moved the table up to the wall many years ago. I'll give you a most recent example of telekinesis, and again, it was totally accidental. One night late, I was talking with a friend on the phone, and I had this box fan on a table, and I just zoned out when I was talking with him, and I fixated on the box fan. I wasn't even thinking about it. And then the box fan started rocking back and forth. I was like, like that. Wasn't really thinking about it because I just got in this zone in my mind. And then the box fan tipped over and fell. And my friend that I was on the phone with, he said to me, "You did that telekinetically." So it does take a lot of concentration to be able to do something telekinetically. And I always say, do this safely. Make sure no one gets hurt. Make sure you don't get hurt. But again, to say, from my own experience, what I did was, the intentional example of telekinesis I shared, I did this. I lined up my brain with my index fingers, and I focused on moving that table. So I'd say this: tread very carefully. If you want to try this, try it very safely at home, nobody around, and see with your mind if you can move that object, that book, that table, that fan, and see what happens. It's a really high frequency level psychically. So, if you're interested in that, that's how, for me, telekinesis works.